No other marketing channel can do that. Direct mail, advertising, it's all about you speaking about your product. But if media relations works correctly, it's about somebody else endorsing your product. Of all people, Donald Trump recently said that he doesn't spend a lot of money on producing very elaborate brochures for all of his multi-million-dollar real estate projects. He just goes out and tries to get the real estate section of the major paper in the market to give it a good review, and when someone comes in to buy a multi-million-dollar co-op, he gives them just a plain Xerox copy of the review, knowing that a third-party review will do more to sell his real estate projects than any brochure he can produce on his own. I mean, I think all technology companies understand the media relations process is vital, again, because you want that third-party credibility. The question is, it's how that program is executed. Is it a matter of sending out press releases on PR Newswire and having them get picked up as press releases in Yahoo Finance News or Google News? That's not credible coverage. What's really important is the credible coverage, a review in CNET, a review in the San Jose Merc, an article in the New York Times, a piece on CNBC, interesting chatter on the blogosphere. The process of disseminating the news really doesn't matter at all. It's really how the news gets picked up by third-party credible media outlets. If you have a marketing strategy and you're trying to get a message, at the end of the day, is this something credible that the media will pick up on? We've heard instances of small companies that have just started with a fledgling service, and they're saying, oh, we want to be on Oprah, or we want to get a write-up in the Wall Street Journal. If that's what the plan is calling for, and the marketing plan is saying that we're putting all of our eggs in this one basket of a major media hit for a relatively unknown and untested company, frankly, the people behind that plan are kidding themselves. The media will amplify the reality of an existing product and service, but it won't create something out of nothing. And also, people have to understand that creating true buzz and true credibility in the media happens over time, whether or not it's weeks or months. Yes, unless it is a new announcement of the Apple iPhone, which of course will break as front page news. If it's below that, it's going to take time for it to start with smaller media outlets and build up the same way, let's say, a candidate running for office would be. You don't go directly to the Democratic National Convention. You have to spend a year traveling around Iowa and New Hampshire to build up that credibility with the voters, to become familiar with the media, with the reporters, the editors. It's the same sort of thing. It's a big country. The media are spending a lot of time carefully vetting through stories to separate newsworthy stories from stories that aren't newsworthy. And generally speaking, there has to be a slow build. The advantages and disadvantages of media relations is, remember, in the end, you don't control the message. If you approach a reporter about a product, good, or service, that reporter might, and I'll use write as the default, it could also be television or online video, they might write a good story, they might